I wonder if Andrew Yang will shift his stance on his freedom dividend to include those who do get Social Security. So I was reading the comments on a few videos, and the attacking has begun, and I take most of them with a grain of salt of people just not understanding. And I have to admit, I'm no economist. I don't understand the stuff very well. I just kind of try to take in as much as I can from what he's saying. That being said, the position that I heard was interesting, and that was basically, why is Andrew Yang making people choose between Social Security and universal basic income when Social Security is something they've been paying into their whole life, and to just automatically make them choose between that or universal basic income was almost, the way I was hearing it, was almost like making someone choose between their job or UBI. Not exactly, but kind of along those lines, right? You've been paying into Social Security your entire working life, and so then when you retire, you collect from that. And to make that an either or thing with the universal basic income seems a little off. So I wonder if he's going to shift his position on that, because if he does, he could probably garner more of the senior citizen vote. And those senior citizens vote, so their vote matters. So I wonder if he's going to reframe it. I don't know. I'm of the camp where I like his message of UBI overall. Whether he does or doesn't affect me. I'm rooting for the guy 100%. But it sounds like he would make himself just that much more accessible if he threw in that part. Not all social benefits, like food stamps or welfare, that I can actually see. Like making the choice between those benefits or UBI. That I can see. But Social Security I feel like it's a little bit of a different animal. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't understand Social Security very well, and someone can correct me. And I'm always willing to learn. Always. But one thing I will say is I'm so happy to see Andrew Yang stay on message. Him now being known as the universal basic income guy. And that is effective. That's powerful branding, because in a field of 20 candidates, and I mean, you don't know where everyone really stands except for they all hate Trump, right? They all want to take down Trump, and they continue to use his name to try to smash him. I don't know how effective that is, because the Republicans tried it and it didn't work. Democrats are going to try it, not going to work. I don't think. So, I mean, I hear some of the messages and they're good, I guess. I don't honestly see a huge difference between candidates. Like, I think they all want perhaps a higher living wage. They're all about the Green New Deal and support climate change and science and universal health care and all those things. Some are advocating for free higher education and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, all right, where are folks differing here? But Andrew Yang is very powerful with his branded message of universal basic income. It's what's making him stand apart. And I think that's effective, very effective. And only a business person would know how to do that, right? To brand himself in a way where in a field of many, he stands out, and I feel like he's getting better and better at doing that. People are now, I think I'm hearing like some are in support of universal basic income. There's a difference though between being in support of universal basic income and someone pushing it the way Andrew Yang is pushing it. Like he's bringing everything, it seems like he's bringing everything back to automation, corporations, control, and here's how we fight it. You do it with universal basic income via freedom dividend through a value-added tax, basically hitting the tech companies. I mean, yeah, hopefully this will continue to be effective for him. I guess I'm being a little impatient. Like, for the last few weeks, months, he's been saying he's been polling at 3%. He's saying it with pride, which, it is. For an unknown, that's great. But I'm just kind of like, man, when is that 3 going to turn to 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and start getting to the double digits? I guess I shouldn't expect anything big until later on when he gets more like TV time. Like I think he's going to go on the Colbert Report or something like that, or some other shows, and then of course getting on the debate stage. I'm sure it will just increase his visibility. But his rallies are turning up big and surprising reporters because he's got this groundswell of internet movement, which hopefully continues to just swell and rise and keep pushing him and pushing his branded message. They were trying to do that circumcision thing. I didn't even know about that until I read about it later. I was like, really? That's what they focus on? They would, wouldn't they? Can't get their mind off stupid stuff. But he's pushing this UBI thing hard, and I think the internet world is pushing it really high. And I think, Joe Rogan had part to do with that, So yeah, hopefully his message and his just relentless going after universal basic income and the automating of jobs and things like that will continue to set him apart from everyone else. And it would be very interesting to keep an eye on if he decides to evolve his message to one that includes Social Security. You can pick up a Social Security check and do the freedom dividend, but no other type of social benefit type programs. Social Security is an exception because they paid into it. I mean, I guess you could argue the case that, with food stamps and all that sort of stuff, we are paying through it via our taxes, but I don't know. It seems like Social Security is just on a slightly, in a paycheck, right? You're not going to see, the column for food stamps and welfare tax, you don't have that. But you do see the Social Security thing. This is taken out for Social Security. Yeah, that is a column, So, I don't know. It would be interesting to see if he does evolve his position on that to try to rally more support from senior citizens. So, time will tell. But keep on pushing.